Jagannadham Thunuguntla as well is ready with us. But
Jagannadham, what's your own sense with the fact that, you know, there is still so much pent-up appetite for already expensive financing companies or banks such as HDFC Bank, that at every given price point there is interest that comes in?
That's right. And in the case of HDFC Bank, probably when that FII window was opened, and there was a lot of anticipation that there will be a rush from the FIIs that to buy the stock. When that didn't happen, some segments of markets got surprised. I mean, why it happened? Probably the FIIs must be waiting for this opportunity to grab in the QIP instead of having an impact cost on the market by buying in the open market. So QIP is more easier route of buying. So probably that explains why there was no great enthusiasm on that day, even though there was a widespread expectation that there will be a buying on the day. But HDFC Bank is a class act. It's always expensive stock. But that's how it happens, right? And the expensive things will keep getting expensive, and the global investors will keep chasing them. And the stocks which are not of the high pedigree, even though they may appear optically undervalued, but global investors may not be comfortable. At the end of the day, it's all about credibility that a bank or any financial institution develop over a period of time. I think HDFC Bank has displayed it perfectly. I think at the valuation, it's like 5,30,000 crores market cap. I believe it will keep going up. At every dip, there are buyers eagerly waiting to grab.
Jagannadham, same question.
The same? I don't know.
Yes, we know some time.
Yeah, I mean,
Jagannadham, your take? Yeah, sorry.
Tracking the fund action or tracking the influential investors is an interesting way of buying, but at the same time the traders and investors should also keep in mind their respective risk appetite and their ability to navigate the volatility. I think that should be kept in mind, because we have seen now in the last 3 months, 4 months how mid-cap correction has troubled overall all the high-profile names also. So keeping that into account, investors should take their own risk appetite assessment and then venture into any of the names that you are looking for.
Jagannadham, where is your preference within IT? I know we've been talking about Infi turning 25 as a listed entity on the bourses today, and how historic and momentous an occasion this is turning out to be. But it's not just Infi. You know, this movement in the currency has favored all and every IT name. Where do you find preference?
In the large caps, definitely TCS and Infosys, I believe, still will be the flag bearers and will remain to be the case. I think, and such a beautifully way of the taking care of the shareholders' interest through buybacks and dividends. I think that speaks volumes in terms of the both managements. And TCS announcing fresh buyback tells a lot about them. I think in the front line, I think probably definitely TCS and Infosys will remain the key. And in the mid caps, there are a lot of selection. I think we have been remaining our bullish stance on tech solutions for some time, and that played out beautifully in the last 1 month or so. And the company is a Shriram Group company, and a lot of credentials to it, and it has posted all-time high profitability in the just concluded Q4 FY18, and very healthy ROE and EBITDA margins. So that has been in our focus area for some time. I think that investors and traders can keep that. I think it probably can be a good wealth creator.
Where does the trade really lie, Jagannadham, with the OMCs in lieu of what's happening with oil prices?
OMCs is a very tricky space, and the election year probably better one if it is not one is very bullish on the space, because any small policy change can trigger quite massive difference. I think as of now still we are not fully clear whether if the crude oil comes back to $80 or even above, how the government is willing to play. And it's lucky that crude oil prices have cooled off, so it is giving a breathing space for the government to make its policy making. So whether eventual brunt will be taken by ONGs NBDC or by the OMCs or by the government or by the state government. As of now, there is no clarity. So I think probably OMCs should not be the main focus area in the election year, and especially being elections becoming more and more sensitive with each passing by-poll election. I think it's better to let go kind of opportunity.